Our president is here with us. But before I check if it's time to bring him out, let me do a little small side talk. Because this kind of question they come out for Facebook well, especially on Facebook. And I know say some people will put me for Facebook Live now. When you say take it back, they will say, God, what are you taking back? God, take it back. Forward will it go? You see, in Nigeria, our use of language is very, very fluid. True, take it back, I mean a lot of things. But in our instance, we want to take what they took from us back. They took a lot. They even tried to take our dignity. A few days ago, a very important lady, wife of the president, gave us the theory of the two people. Those are the things we want to take back. You take it back to move it forward. So when they ask you, what are you taking back? We want to take all those things. Our education, they don't take a half from us. Agriculture, where it is. Our oil money, everything, including our dignity, that you will be ashamed to bring out your green passport. Those are the things we want to take it back. But we cannot just take it back by word of mouth. You have to say, "Eno vivo." You do your will. Any translator. I don't go to school. Now every school I go, a part of which I want to take back in that, so that I can go to the school. So that is the reason we are here. Mr. Lawa, is Mr. President ready? Okay. So those are the things we want to take back. No be fight. No be wahala. Some people go ask you, say, come on here, you get PVC. You don't get PVC, but you get people who get PVC where you feel influence. Not because we don't have a 2014 for them. Not because we influence people. Why do we not influence people? My own nephew, he asked me for money. I said, show me your PVC. He showed me PVC. Who did they vote? He said, bros. I'm an umbrella. I'm my son. 5 years. It made my friend 15. Man, you are not buying his vote, so you are encouraging him to do the right thing. At least, every one of us here, we have at least 2 people back home that we can influence. Even when you don't have PVC. When they say you don't have PVC, they that have the PVC, not the 4,000 in the seller. Abi? So you can influence. Apart from the funds you are donating to oil the engine. Pastor will agree with me that money is the bicycle of evangelism. Abi? So whatever you give, your $1, your $2, your $3 will help the movement. We are actually doing something. Omoyele Sowore has been to places no other living politician in Nigeria has been to campaign. He has been everywhere. I saw him on the Kano. I said, I have never seen any Nigerian politician going that way, that part of Cross River State. And this is the first time since the Nigeria became a republic in 1963, right? This is the first time in the history of Nigeria that we will have a presidential candidate with no baggage. Please give me a lady a round of applause. Person who know where the baggage go, make you come and make you come tell me, Adekunle Adeja is my name. Then they call me Kowe Ade Facebook. If you send that there, if you see any baggage, the first time when we go get candidates, we don't get baggage. They will say those ones. I don't want to mention them because I pick the best. They will say you need to get baggage. You get. You plenty. We go open book. But now we have a candidate that understands how it feels to be a common man. It is not, you know what you remember all as sour. That's the way wrong enter. You know the best way wrong enter and wrong go wrong for what? It's not an asawo, a JJC kind of. It's been in activism. I see a photo of that way they MKO, but in that long, I see a different MKO back like this. That was 1994, 93, 94. He's been at the forefront. He paid his dues. So when they pay, if someone pay their dues, don't they deserve some accolades? He deserves some accolades. He paid his dues, man. And that is why all of us in this room, we are rallying around him and supporting him. There is a lot to be done. And my mathematics is not good. My statistics can be wobbly at times. But I know for a fact that Nigerians in diaspora, what we send home is more than the budget of that country. Am I right? I can't tell you the exact figure. I don't want them to quote me and put me on Instablog. But I know for a fact that the amount of money we remit home yearly is more than the budget of Nigeria. We should have a say. So when you are getting your questions ready, I'm giving you what Joe. We should be able to vote now. Our money is useless, we don't vote. In Brazil, if you live in the diaspora and you're a Brazilian, and it's election time, you don't go to your embassy to vote. You do it one time, second time, you are going to lose your citizenship to your own country. So Brazilians always vote. It's not a right, it's a duty that you have to do as Brazilians. But they don't think about us because they know. We have seen both sides. We have seen how it is done for places where they get sex. We have seen it now, not in the place where they get sex today. And we've seen it too, they've seen it. But they won't take part, they won't take and cover copper. You don't say copper and copper. And shilling and silver. Make person take and take cover copper. Come call them shilling for you. Now what you can do for them with that? Baba something, they give you Photoshop train. Photoshop woman, Photoshop this, Photoshop that. You don't even know what to believe again. So you have a job to do, sir. You have a job to do, man. If we are going to take it back, we go walk. We go walk, and this is part of the work. Is Mr. President ready? If you don't know, Dimitri is the official town crier of Take It Back Home. Okay. Morning, everybody. I'm going to call everybody's name one by one. Number one, the presidential candidate of African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore. And I also recognize Dr. Malcolm. Miss Michelle is here. So is Miss Doris Akitimei and Mr. Ayo Akitimei. Afolabi Ogundolie, Temeka Adenuga, our very good sister. Thank you. Abiodun Bello, Pastor Oluremi Badro, Ngozi Chukwu, Mr. Tosin Ayegbe, B. Adewako, Babatunde Olaneko, Oyindamola Akinkunle, Pastor Bello Owolabi Lawa, Pastor Tayo Obi, Mr. Ayo Dr. Miki Otunuga, my own brother, Queen Esther Additional Adio, and I did not see Lola Ogitade's name here. She's there, I know she's here. That's my baby sister, and my own sister here. And ladies and gentlemen, they say, Mr. President is ready to come on. Could you please get on your feet and welcome Omoyele Sowore, the next president of Nigeria. Action. Take it back. Action. Take it back. Action. Take it back. Action. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Please give yourself a round of applause. The next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, inshallah, by God's grace, Omoyele Sowore, I welcome you to our meeting. Every time I see this young man, butterflies in my stores. Not for anything, but I have one word to describe him. He's fearless. That day we are seeing for Keno. My son is shrinking inside. I say, hey, but what is Keno? I don't need to, I don't have for carrying go like the other people they do. You are telling us that this is what we want. That is part of what they took from us that we are taking back. And I don't waste your time. I will call on the coordinator of Take It Back movement in the DMV, Mr. Biodun Lawal.
AAC, take it back. Good evening, everyone. My name is Abiodun Lawal. I am the Take It Back AAC coordinator for Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia chapter. It is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of Take It Back AAC DMV chapter to welcome you all here today. We are delighted to have you all here to participate in our fundraiser. Thank you all for coming. That many of you have traveled long distance to be here serve as a reminder to us just how important our country, Nigeria, is to us. The Take It Back movement is a platform for the youthful and dedicated minds coming together to move Nigeria away from the cabal stronghold that have held her captive and oppressed for 58 years, and towards a new dawn of peace, progress, and development. This event is put together to raise money for the purpose of financially supporting the AAC presidential candidate, Comrade Omoyele Sowore. We are honored to have Comrade Omoyele Sowore, Dr. Malcolm Fabi, and Comrade Dr. Omoyele. All these three are powerful leaders of the AAC. Comrade Omoyele Sowore is the leader of the Take It Back movement, a human rights activist, and the presidential candidate of African Action Congress. His decision to contest for the presidency was born out of his belief that Nigeria can work if the right leadership is put in place. His candidacy is supported by a well-grounded manifesto tagged the Spicer Heat, Dr. Malcolm Fabiyi is the Director General for Take Back Movement and Sowore 2019 campaign. Comrade Dr. Omoyele is the Director for Take Back AAC USA chapter. Before I hand over my phone to MC, I want to say once more, on behalf of Take Back DFB chapter, welcome. It's wonderful to see you all here. So I want to use this opportunity, though I shouldn't be doing this right now. I just want to call on my fellow fundraiser committee to step on the podium so that they can be recognized. Can you all come out? Can we have the president here? Just to appreciate with yourself. Okay, Gigi and Mr. Doctor, please join us, please. Dr. Malcolm, please.
Sorry,
okay, the National Committee of the National Body, please come over.
The giants at the back, the tall one at the back.
Auntie, can you go in the bag?
The tall ones at the back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Coordinator, DMV chapter. From the smell of the food, I will say you did a good job. After some people will say I like food too much. Don't I have the evidence to prove? We're going to have a short special address. I like giving tips. I like giving Ojo. The person that is going to do this special address, it will tell you, we have two versions of AAC manifestos. We have the long version
and the short one.
and the abridged short version. So, some people will get PhD. They know how to summarize. We don't even finish school science. when we wait maybe 200 years, they will send us our Cambridge results. We only know comprehension. Even the comprehension, when they ask us A, we will start from Z. So AAC manifesto, it will break it down for us at our level. You know that kind of level now? Yeah? You know that kind of level? We cannot talk. Because they are a young person. We cannot talk. You will break the manifesto. Spicer heat. What does it stand for? Now, imagine, it goes to where a parent, they don't lost money. So, Dr. Malcolm, please come forward and give us a special address.
AAC.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Action.
AAC.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Action.
I know we all came here to have dinner, to take part in a fundraiser, but I will please crave your indulgence to please stand up. I'll ask everybody to please stand up. I think what has brought all of us here is something really, really important. What has brought all of us here is something incredibly important. We've always dreamed of a great Nigeria. We've always wondered when the day would come that we would be able to have the Nigeria of our dreams. Practically every person here, and I think the only reason why you are taking your Sunday evening out to take part in an event like this is because you believe somewhere deep inside of you that we are finally able to touch that Nigeria. We're finally able to see that Nigeria of our dream. That's why you're here. And the reason why we say we're going to take it back is because power is never given over freely.
Oh, yes.
By those who hold on to power.
Yes.
We will never get that Nigeria of our dreams by sitting down and eating. We're going to get it by taking it back. So our slogan is take it back. Our party is the AAC, the African Action Congress. And we have a symbol. So whether you are a member of our party or not, tonight you are honorary members of the AAC.
AAC!
Take it back.
Take it back!
So here's what we're going to do before we go on to describe our program. When we say AAC, we want you to say, take it back. When we say AAC, you say,
take it back.
And then when we say take it back, you say,
action.
AAC,
take it back.
AAC,
take it back.
Take it back.
Action.
Take it back.
Action.
Now we're going to go to level 2.
Yes. Right.
In level 2, we have some symbols. So in Nigeria, symbols are incredibly important. Majority of our countrymen and women are sometimes unable to read or write. But there is one thing that they can pick out. They will pick out a symbol. And the parties that have raped that country, one of them has a symbol of an ancient witch's broom.
Yes.
It's a witch's broom. The other one has a symbol of what? An umbrella. How many people can go under one umbrella?
Maximum 2.
How many people can go under one umbrella? 2. Okay, so we should not be surprised that when they get into power, they do what? They do things that only benefit themselves. Our symbol is 2 outstretched hands. Transparency, unity, oneness, love. Everything you can think about that is good about the human nature can actually be concretized and symbolized by 2 hands that are completely outstretched. So here's level 2. Level 2 is when we say AAC, take it back. And when we say take it back, the action part of it, I want you to please give me your hands. AAC, take it back! AAC, take it back! Take it back! Action! Thank you very much. Please sit down. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here. For those of you that are in the DMV area, if you don't know already, let me tell you this. That this journey began here in Maryland in March. The first town hall that was ever staged. Right now, Sowore has done over 100 of these events. He has been to every single state in our country. He has been to over 100 cities in Nigeria. He has been all over the world. But the first place where we had a town hall session was actually in Maryland, in March. And I think it is only fitting that before going back to Nigeria to finish the final leg of this incredible, improbable race, that we will come back here to Maryland, to the DMV area, so that we can re-energize him and re-energize the campaign and give him and the campaign everything that we need in order to be able to win this race. I have known Sowore for about 30 years. There are people that have already spoken before me today, and there are a few things that I can tell you about Sowore that you don't already know. But I will repeat them anyway because they bear repeating. I have never met a more courageous person. I have never met a person who is just completely sold into the idea that Nigeria is worth dying for. I have never seen somebody who, with the entirety of his being, believes that his country can be a better place.
Yes.
Many of us started together with him as student activists. We all went out into our different careers. Sowore, not for once, never, in everything he has done since 1989, in the early 90s when I met him, he has remained resolute, he has remained committed, he has remained unwavering in his fundamental belief that Nigeria can and will be a better place. And so it doesn't take too much to buy into that kind of vision. I will ask you a question. Sowore is 47 years old. He's 47. And in the 47 years that he has been on earth, there have been a number of incredible things that have happened in our country. Momentous events that have impacted and changed the trajectory of our nation. I make bold to tell you today that nothing has happened in that country in the last 30 years of our political history that Sowore was not involved in. Not as a bystander, but as a pivotal and a crucial and critical part of the process of moving that nation forward. And I'll give you a few examples. So I know I've been told to come up here and tell you about our party's program, but before telling you about the programs, anytime anybody puts a microphone in my hand, I cannot help but tell you about the man that has birthed this vision, a man that not only set up a movement, but also created a political party. This is the first time in our nation's history. The first time in our nation's history that we have a political party that is based on an ideology. Every member of the political class in our country may tell you they're in one party today, and nobody will be surprised if they move to another party the next day.
Yes.
We're all here in the US. If somebody tells you they're Democrats, I don't need to know them. I don't need to meet them. I can tell you without meeting them at least 80 to 85% of what they believe. about government, about welfare, about immigration, about the role of government in society, I can tell you what they believe without ever setting eyes on them. If somebody in this country tells you that they are a Republican, I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, I can tell you at least 80 to 85% of what they fundamentally believe about governance and government and the role of government in people's lives. Tell me you are a member of the AAC in Nigeria and I don't know what you believe. Tell me you are a member of the PDP in Nigeria and I have no idea what you believe. Because they believe in absolutely nothing.
Yes.
But we believe in something. We believe in something, and that's why we're here. We believe Nigeria can, must, and will be a better place. We believe we can transform that nation. We believe that every dream, I'm 45 years old. I've always heard that Nigeria had potential. I studied science. If you don't move from potential to kinetic, you're going nowhere. So it is time for our nation to begin to move. And the man that will make us move is right here within us. I want you to know something. You all here in this hall today, all of you here today are going, you are marking history.
Yes.
This is not just an ordinary event. This is a historic event. You are sitting here with Nigeria's next president. So what do we believe? We have a cardinal program. As soon as Sowore decided he wanted to run, the first thing he did was to begin to pull a team together. And he began to describe his vision for Nigeria. And quite frankly, the point at which I knew something was different about this attempt at retaking our nation was when I saw the caliber of the people that were throwing their support behind him. As I speak to you today, there are thousands of volunteers around the world that are running social media platforms, that are crunching numbers, that are on the streets of Lagos and other cities around the country, people that are doing fundraising, people that are writing articles, we have almost 100 lawyers that are volunteers, just waiting for us to tell them that this is the case, run to court. I have never, in all of the time that I've been involved in Nigeria's political process, seen this type of selflessness from Nigerians. I have never seen this level of volunteerism. I have never seen a political movement that is being funded by nobody but those of you that are sitting right here.
Yes.
The only reason why we are where we are today is because of your support. Without your support, we could never have gotten this far. Absolutely not. There is absolutely no way we could have gotten this far. So let me very quickly describe what our programs are. So we have 10 cardinal programs. But those programs are based on 3 pillars. The 3 pillars, and these were the things that Sowore absolutely laid down in the beginning. Our 3 pillars are that every program that we institute for the Nigerian people must be one that guarantees their security. We cannot continue to live in a nation where herdsmen roam rampant. We cannot continue to live in a nation where the name that you bear and the religion that you have, depending on what part of the country you're in, could be what leads to your death. We cannot continue to live in a nation where Boko Haram can decide to just drive 4 hours into a city, pick up 10 girls, drive another 4 hours out, as if they're taking them on an excursion. Yet we have an army, we have a police, we have air force. And a ragtag army will just drive in and out and pick up our sisters, our daughters, and our mothers at will. So the first pillar was that whatever programs we had must guarantee security. The second pillar was sustainability. That any program that we embark on as a party, as a movement, and as a government must be a program that respects the fact that this earth was given to us and that our job as stewards of the earth must be to make sure that we pass it on to future generations better than we met it. The third program, the third pillar of this 10-point program is self-sufficiency. And the reason why self-sufficiency is important is that every program that cannot sustain itself will die. If you have roads that can't sustain themselves, it will die. If you have power stations that can't sustain themselves, it will die. So, security, sustainability, and self-sufficiency. And now we go to the programs themselves. So our program is Spicer Heat. It's simple, you can remember it. The S stands for security. The P stands for power. Our goal is to move Nigeria from where it is today, at about 5,000 megawatts of generation capacity, to 24,000 megawatts of generation capacity within 4 years. It can absolutely be done. The I stands for infrastructure. The C stands for corruption. Corruption is a cancer that is killing our nation. One of the reasons why a lot of people voted for Buhari last time was because we hoped that what happened between 1983 and 1985 might still be somewhere inside his blood. But it was clear that it was just a figurehead in 1983 to 1985. That there's absolutely nothing inside of him or inside the party that he leads that can move Nigeria out of its current corrupt state. Then there's E, that stands for the economy. Our economy should not be where it is. We have 180 million people. It is an incredible market. If Nigerians sold nothing to anybody else but themselves, we ought to have an incredible economy. But where's our economy today? It's backward. Where's our economy today? According to their own statistics, we lost 5 million jobs between last year and this year. That is according to their own statistics. You know that the real numbers, you need to multiply that number by some factors. Why should we be in a country that has 180 million people, have arable lands, and yet not be able to feed ourselves? Why should we be within the top 5 producers of oil, yet we buy every single drop? We send oil to places like the US and China and then import refined petroleum products back? It's ridiculous. Why should we be in a country where our engineers, our scientists are doing incredible things in places like the US and in Canada and in Germany and everywhere else in the world, and yet we cannot run an airline in our country? So our fundamental belief is that Nigeria can do better. So the first E in Spicer Heat is for the economy and jobs. We are committed to creating about 5 million jobs within Sowore's first 4-year term. And I'm sure there will be an opportunity today for him to describe what that program is and how we're going to implement it. And then the R stands for reconstruction. We have a nation that is not working for us. Our nation is over-centralized. There must be a devolution of powers. We must enable the local structures to work. On paper, there is quite a lot of power that is devolved to the local levels. The reality is it is still not being done. The political will is not there. And we have a plan and a program to make sure that that is implemented, that the spirit, that the true federal spirit and the federal nature of Nigeria will be implemented. We live in a federal system in the US. The laws in Maryland are different from the laws in Delaware. In theory, that is what Nigeria is. In practice, that is not what Nigeria practices. So reconstruction, ensuring that all the different federated units of Nigeria are able to express themselves and grow at a pace that matches the resolve and the creativity of their people, that is something that our movement and our party is committed to. The H is for healthcare. We live in a nation where even our president cannot afford to treat himself in his own country. He has a headache, he's in the UK. He has pain in his ears, he's in the UK. If your president cannot get healthcare in his own country, what hope does the common man have? We live in a nation where if you go there today and you say every Nigerian doctor could get a visa somewhere out of the country, we would have no doctors left. That shouldn't be the case. So one of the cardinal things we want to do is to ensure that Nigeria is a country where healthcare, whether it doesn't matter what your name is, it doesn't matter what part of the country you come from, it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, every Nigerian must be able to afford and to access not just affordable healthcare, but quality healthcare. The second E stands for education. Every single person here, when I look at most of you, a lot of us are people of a similar age. We all mostly went to public schools. I attended public schools. I met Sowore in a public school. But in today's Nigeria, if your child is not going to a private school, that child is not going to get a good quality education. So our fundamental goal is to ensure that in the Nigeria that the AAC births, in the Nigeria that Sowore leads, it will be a Nigeria where the circumstance of your birth, the name that you bear, the part of the country you come from, the wealth of your parents or the lack thereof will not be something that will impact on the quality of the education that you get. The A in Spicer Heat stands for agriculture. Our goal within the party is to make sure that within the first 4 years we create at least 1,000 agricultural entrepreneurs in every local government. There are 774 local governments. It means we're going to be creating 774,000 jobs by simply enabling agriculture at the local level. Making sure they can get access to loans, making sure that they can get access to equipment, making sure that extension services are rejuvenated, making sure that we can have real private-public partnerships that can empower people at the local level, and ensuring that we create something that a lot of us that are in the States will identify with, which is the fact that small businesses are the engines of growth in any nation. A small business unit under the presidency, under Sowore himself, that will be directing things and making sure that empowerment occurs at the local levels. And then finally, the T in Spicer Heat is tourism. Nigeria is a beautiful country. It's an incredible country. People want to go to our country. A lot of times we're the ones telling our friends not to go yet because we are afraid for their security. But if people are jumping on planes to go to places like South Africa, wouldn't they want to go to our nation? If people are going to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, there are 20 Jamaicas just in Nigeria. The experience you will get from seeing the Durbar in Kaduna, or seeing the Argungu Fishing Festival, or seeing the Carnival in Calabar, it's incredible. We have a lovely and incredible nation. And so one of the things that we're determined to do is to make sure that not only tourism, but also culture is significantly empowered. So that is our program. It is Spicer Heat.
We're bringing the heat.
It's Spicer Heat. And I can tell you this, that ours is also the only platform that not only tells Nigerians what we intend to do. Sowore's manifesto is also the only one that tells you where we are going to get the money from.
Yes.
And how we are going to get it implemented. It has never been done. Everybody makes promises, but nobody tells us how they will do it, where they're going to get the money from, and then they get in and start telling us stories about how there's no more money. Sowore has these 10 programs, and if you read our manifesto, you will see very, very clearly not only what these programs are, not only where it's going to take Nigerians, but exactly how it gets paid for. Take it back!
Action!
Take it back!
Action!
Thank you very much. I forgot to mention that the food they won't come on here. I don't know, me and the only, but I don't know that one. Food day there is no protocol when it comes to food. Please, get up, help yourself. The food is there, the drink is there. I give one question where I want to ask. Maybe Dr. Malcolm Kofi answer me. Can you tell me how many hospitals we built in Nigeria in the past 4 years? Zero. Big fat zero. Like that one where they put mouth for school. They don't feel big hospital. They say they built railway. Railway from Spain. Picture from Spain. Railway in Nigeria. Omoyele. We have some youngsters there. You know, the entertainment industry
It's booming.
in Nigeria is booming. We in the diaspora, we are not left out. We have 2 wonderful people there. They will show us some dance steps. And while we are doing them, please feel free, get some food, please. Are you ready? They're not ready. Huh?
Give us some jokes.
Okay, 1 more minute. This guy dance well. Do you understand preaching? This guy dance well. I want that song. Now wait a minute. Huh? Say it. That's your own. Now the dance. Everything. Wow, that's a new one. This dance is everything. I want to see everything. Mr. DJ, play us the song that we can dance everything to. So while they are getting ready,
Ramadi, ha, Lema,
Joe on the beat.
Sowore, oh yeah, come and take it back, oh, Sowore, oh yeah, take it back for Nigeria, Sowore, oh yeah, come and take it back, oh, Sowore, oh yeah, take it back for Nigeria, Sowore, take it back to the start. We need somebody correct, shine the light in the dark to make everything connect. Pay attention to the voice. Sowore is the choice. He is the man, he is the one. Make nobody come they make a noise. Get the ability to change our society, to bring the security for proper accountability. We need to change the level. Shebi we need to grow. We need to Sowore. Make poverty come out, bro.
To change some
Now the part where I like bass, now with the last part, Buhari was good. Not even bring that car, we can try to drive around waiting. See, make I tell you my one small story. Because me, my politics is local. I don't put my mouth in things that do not concern me. I am from Omo State. And by the grace of God, in the next election, I'm going to be the party agent in my work for AAC. I come from one of the most dreaded senatorial districts in Nigeria, Ogo East. Actually, some of the candidates are family relations that we don't agree. And by the way, AAC does not only have presidential candidates. We have other candidates vying for other offices. Before we go today, I'm going to find the list, read out the names, get you familiar with the candidates. Here's my story. My older brother, may he so rest in peace, was 20 years older than me. When he was in secondary school, in 1969, the principal of his secondary school was Senator Mojisolua Akifenwa. Follow my story. 1969. When I was in secondary school, when Bola Ige was the governor of Oyo State, 1979, 80, 81, 82, 83. Yes. The Commissioner for Education, you know I'm second generation now, right? Was Mojisolua Akifenwa. Mark that. I got married. I had my first child in 1998. The senator representing my son, third generation, representing my son's senatorial district, Ife-Ijesha senatorial district, was Mojisolua Akifenwa. Ṣayé wọn ni mo wá ní. Ẹjọ́ ṣayé wọn la wá ní. Ṣógun tí ẹ̀ láyé gan ni. That is why we have to take this thing back. They are already preparing their children in their way their children in their ways. The same way you see Kuala, you see other states, you see. We don't want dynasty. We don't want dynasty. Which office Sowore father hold before? Fine. So he knows how it feels. That's why we are going to put people like that in office. One of us. Yoruba talk say, "Fi abere kun Omoyele, carry needle, take and choke yourself before you take and choke another person." You know? So if you pass through a road, you know how it feels. You're passing through that road. Having said that, I'm going to call on Mr. President. I am actually always excited when I'm in gatherings like this. It gives me hope.
Yes.
I lost that hope. Many people probably don't know I was a custom officer in Nigeria for 16 years old.
Really?
Yes.
1-6. I was a custom officer. My last duty post was the anti-corruption unit. Put the camera on my face, let people see. AA is my name. I was the guard commander, enforcement and drugs headquarters, Abuja, between 1995 and 2000 and whatever. When did the ambassador become? 1999. And I was the security assistant to the number 2 in charge of investigations and inspections. My last post, like I said, was anti-corruption. When I saw that, actually our name should have been corruption with the capital C. And that was why I left. The TC had the grace the time where I left. That is it. That shows you why we are doing this. We are not doing it for ourselves per se. At least I can say that for everyone in this room. You are not doing it for yourself. Cousins, nephews, people around you. That's why you are doing this. You are okay. My second son is in the military. He's coming home on Tuesday. I don't have to worry about paying school fees. He's going to go to college. To any end he wants, I don't have to worry. So I'm not doing this for me. I don't even think I can stay in Nigeria more than 30 days at one time. I will be broke anyway. That's why I will run away. You know? So, having said that, I'm going to call on Mr. President to give us a word. Then we will go to question and answer. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to the next President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Omoyele Sowore.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I am very excited to be here. We are here in Lanham, Maryland tonight, and it's very significant for me. When I came to the US 19 years ago, this was my first place of abode. I was living somewhere around here, wondering what I was doing in America. And like most of you, I only intended to spend 2 weeks in the US. And by today, it's exactly 19 years, going to 20. One of the that's significant was that I arrived in the US February 1999. And exactly 20 years, February 2019, we are hoping and believing and convinced that we'll be elected as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And of course, as Malcolm told you here today, this was the first town hall meeting we had outside of Nigeria, somewhere around here in March. So we're wrapping up here before the final move against the old cargoes in Nigeria, which is going to happen as soon as we return home. One other significant thing that's happened to our movement, our party, is how you know that we are going to win. When you start as a movement, you become a political party, and you are able to move around the country, including into enemy territory. But most importantly, very encouraging